Hey guys, I'm here, gaming techie, Athenic. I've been really wanting to put this video up for a couple months now, but I've been busy with a whole bunch of projects and stuff like that, so this is the first chance that I've had to go over these stats. So, as you know, Nvidia has put out this new HB or high bandwidth bridge, and since I've SLI'd for a long time, I was obviously excited to see it. Currently, I'm in my temporary digs, so I only have my ROG Swift 2560 by 1440 monitor. But you know, normally I'm rocking the ultra wide, the 3440 by 1440 at about 100 hertz. So I figured I would need that bandwidth, maybe, and so I did some extensive testing with somewhat soft bridge, single card, so no SLI, the hard bridge that I also had, and finally the HB bridge that I've been looking for. So we're gonna go through some of the metrics, what I saw. I think some of it was a little bit surprising, but for the most part, it's kind of what I expected ultimately. At least it looks nice. So let's go into some of the benchmarks. So the first game that I tested this on was Rise of Tumor. Beautiful game, absolutely fantastic looking game, and so you can see if we start from the left side, SLI, the first SLI with the soft bridge, one tooth, and the second is hard bridge with two teeth, and margin of error, you know they're basically the same. And then I put the HB bridge, and while it is, and I did the test a few times, it is slightly faster. It's not noticeable, so we're not filling up the SLI bridge with 34. Oh, this is all 3440 by 1440. I also tested with OC. It gave me an extra frame. I'm 200 on the MEM, 200 on the GPU, so nothing too crazy. I showed single cards, so you can kind of get an idea of what the scaling looks like. And then recently, when the DX12 async and multi-GPU support came out, I actually did a test with the HB bridge in single and double. Surprisingly, in single, it's still worse with DX12. But the biggest surprise for me was DX12 multi-GPU with the HB bridge, first tangible jump that I've seen. So that was really exciting. 93.97 frames. That's that's an additional 10 frames over the regular HB bridge. This is without OC, so you compare it to the HB bridge. So that was really interesting, I thought. I did not expect to get any type of boost from there, but it worked out, so that's pretty cool. Next game I have was the Division. If you played the Division, it's frustrating. The benchmarks can show whatever they like. They have a built-in game benchmark, but if you play the game, you're dropping into 50 easily. Even with SLI, this game is not optimized well. It looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, and it's pretty fun, but you're not gonna get super great frames. So this one with the HB bridge, every test I ran actually did get 2 or 3 frames higher. And granted, I don't have the tools to do an FCAT, so I don't know if if we've reduced some of the latency on these frames. But for the most part, this one actually did do better. It was almost close to the OC, and there was no OC on this card. Another look, if you look. A single card, a single GTX 1080 at 3440 by 1440 can't even do 60 frames per second. I mean, this game is really brutal on it, on these cards. Next up was the Heaven benchmark. Again, you see it does go up a little bit here. Another 3 frames like we saw in the Division. We didn't get that in Tomb Raider. And OC provided a nice lift. We kind of see that similarity between the HB bridge and the OC. I didn't do any OC and the HB bridge, but I assume we would kind of gain those additional frames there also. And single card 46. I wrote this at all the Heavens at max settings, 3440 by 1440, and that's what we got. Last up, I ran Rainbow Six, which has no SLI support currently, but luckily the game actually does, even though it doesn't look great, it doesn't look that great, it does run pretty well, so I was able to still get about 94 0.8 frames per second on the single card. Doing the SLI actually reduced it and made it a lot choppier. So kind of bottom line here, not really any improvements. Slight edge though in every game. We did not see any downturn or even performance, so that's at least something. Mentioned I can't do an FCAT, so possible improvements in frame time is not going to be a big deal. High resolution screens might need this. I might do a test in the future where I take right now all I have is a 1080p, a 1440. 2560 by 1440 and the ultra wide, the 3440. Maybe all three of those together running on multi, you might see some improvements across the board. So I'm not saying that this isn't a good buy. It's a little bit of a waste of money. I mean, it looks great. It's a solid build. If you watch my drunk unboxing, you'll know that I was pretty infatuated with the build quality of the bridge that I'm never going to touch again because it's in my computer. It has a light on it. It looks nice and may be a future-proof possibly future-proof my my SLI, so we'll see. I'll definitely be doing more tests once the new Titan X Pascal comes out. Hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on 2 of them. There'll be a lot of testing when that comes out. Unfortunately, my ultra-wide monitor is in storage, so I'm going to be testing those beasts, which can already pretty much max out all the games at 2560 by 1440 with the 1080. So we'll see what kind of additions I'm going to get. At least this is a 144 hertz monitor, so I'm shooting for a much higher frame rate here, because especially in like the Twitch shooters and Battlefield and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's it. Little improvement. I guess every little bit counts, but we're talking real little, like micro percentages and whatnot. So like and subscribe, follow, and I'll be doing a lot of videos over the next couple weeks, and leading up to Deus Ex coming out, which I can't wait. I'll be recording all that, and maybe I'll put some 2560 by 1440 videos up so you can see how games run on that if you're considering going from 1080p to that to 2560 by 1440. All right, like, subscribe, follow, and that is it.